that extra pace. You can see just getting a bit of battle and watch it fly to the boundary. There will be scoring opportunities when open a wicket like this, because bowlers will tend to look for that magic delivery. They will look for wickets because they know the opportunity will be there. It's about being patient. Hop on it, get the bowlers into their third, fourth, fifth spells, tie them down, and that's when you can capitalise. But when you are playing shots like this, you always wonder that chance might come sooner rather than later.
Yeah, they've got to fight hard for 15 minutes now, Pakistan. They've got to really knuckle down here because it has been a bit of a wild 10 minutes. Now we're saying that Tertius and mother and son pairing to play for South African Test cricket.
Hello.
Third, by the way, with Sean and Peter Pollock, and also Stephen and Jimmy Cook. What a day. Corbin Bosch, 2 for 21 he's got. Wicket with his first delivery bowled. .21 overs gone, 75 for 4.
Yeah, Ramadan finished the previous over from Dan Patterson with a big shot. Watch Dan Patterson's reaction here. Ducking for cover. He saw the advance and then, just a little bit of worry coming back at him.
Nice to see.
And that's exactly what he thought about that shot.
Yeah, there's a bit of a look back from Mohammad Rizwan towards Patterson as well. Sheepish look back. Salman Ali are going to come in next. Good average from him, Ahmed Jamal, and then Naseem Shah. So it drops away. Need a really good partnership, Pakistan. South Africa been outstanding since Pakistan started giving him a sniff with those soft dismissals.
Yeah, we mentioned patience with the batting. It has to be the same with the bowling. There is enough in this wicket. You can find that consistent line and length, which Dane Patterson is so well known for. Ball is nipping around. Overhead conditions are helping. Pitch is slow, but there is a little bit of movement. Have to be patient and force those batters to try take the chances.
Just the single on that occasion.
You can just hit Carl Verena on the stomach there. They're not using their feet yet, Paddo. After that shot, you almost feel there's a batter hash. You play a false shot, you almost go back into your shell a little bit and admonish yourself and say that wasn't the best shot, let's get back to it. Or you say, well, that's the way I'm going to play and I carry on.
Well, it depends if that shot is in my game plan. Because if it is in my game plan, then you continue playing it. But if it's not, then you definitely back away. Certainly, that shot in the game plan of the Pakistani down the wicket and he smashed it through the covers. That's Ghulam. He moves on to 20 of 17 deliveries, and it's the fighting fire with fire mentality that they've brought to the crease.
Yeah, the partnership now 24 of 18. With that little drive, that's a little bit of advancing from Ghulam. It's a pretty nice shot. I know the length that he's looking to bowl Patterson. He still will get a little bit of nibble out of this track. That's the danger when you go down and try and play that shot.
Yeah, the reason they're going down, I get the feeling is that they're not backing the defense, staying in the crease, facing somebody bowling with this pace and this accuracy. Just like that. Swap ball by Patterson, looking for 2 and they get it comfortably. It's when you don't back a defense against a bowler, you try to manufacture something to take the bowler out of his plan A, which is hitting a good area. Well bowled for Dan Patterson. He hasn't changed his area. He's still getting that spot stump and asking the good questions to Pakistani batters.
There's 2 reasons to go down the track to someone like Patterson. One is to try and upset his length, which is probably not going to work with Patterson because he's beautifully plugged in at that length throughout his entire career. The other is to try and negate any movement, but if it is doing anything significant, then if you're not quite at that pitch and your balance isn't ideal, then you do risk inviting a slip to play. Target straight away from Patterson, worked away.
Just in hindsight, having a look at the Pakistani batsmen using their feet, I do wonder if it's not an idea for them to continue using your feet, but not necessarily using your feet and just throwing your hands at the ball. You can use your feet, change the length that the ball is coming towards you, but you don't have to play an attacking shot. You can leave, you can play the ball on merit on what's the length coming to you when you've used your feet.
Short that time, nicely played by Rizwan, 84 for 4.
Here we go, Bussy. So good, yeah, lad. So good, yeah.
शॉपिंग पे हूँ बताया था ना
that you've invited your new friend Rachel.
जी
उसे ना पंजाबी समोसे और हिंदी फिल्में बहुत पसंद है. चलो फटाफट हल्दीराम्स फ्रोजन फूड सेक्शन में.
हल्दीराम समोसा उन सब के लिए जो है दिल से हिंदुस्तानी.
Look at that, 60 off 65. Quite extraordinary the way that he batted. Nicely worked by Mohammed Rizwan, easing onto the onside. Comfortably coming back for the second. Constance, I think it was 11th ball he faced. He ramped from Bumrah, attempted that ramp shot, played it a couple of times successfully. He was quite extraordinary the way that he played, so he was the only one who was nice and aggressive. Khawaja got a tail end off the bottom of the bat, was caught by a roll of Bumrah. Labuschagne played it tough for 72. Smith not at 68, that'll concern India after his last test match. They were happy when they got head for naught, obviously. And Cummins can certainly do a job with Smith. After that, it just falls away a little bit. But handy from Carey. Marsh has been short on runs, but it's an interesting position of that important test match at the MCG in front of 92,000 people on Boxing Day.
And you just wonder if it was tactically in the change room from the Pakistan coaching staff and players saying, right, we're going to go out there, we're going to play aggressively, and it's almost counter-punch against South Africa's bowling attack. It took 4 quick wickets. I just wonder, was it maybe a chat going, right, boys, we need to get out there and get on with it, get as many as we can before we get bowled up?
I think it was, particularly the way they've played against Dane Patterson. They've probably felt that he's the biggest threat on this wicket with his area, so we're going to try and be proactive against his bowling to put him off his length.
He's had a dip of that white one.
And with the rest of the South African bowlers, they are going to look to be attacking, but not necessarily running down the wicket. But if it's short and wide, if it's full, we're going to play as many shots as we can. That's a very wide delivery. If you get out to that, you're just kicking yourself in the change room. Just one getting away with it. He's missed it by a mile, but it's a really low percentage shot to be playing.
Nicely bowled at the body, coming back in towards Rizwan.
Corbin Bosch has found that length. Something's definitely happened off the wicket. It's either jagged back or it's nipped away, and he's getting some seriously good carry. Bowling at good pace, 143 k's an hour, so if you can hit that length just above the stumps, you're always in play.
This crowd is starting to build up nicely too here at Supersport Park. There's a nice buzz here. Nice fuller delivery that time, angling back into Rizwan. Played well on the onside.
And you have that old school Supersport Park feel as you in crowd does come in to watch Test cricket. They're definitely not watching the cricket currently. But it's got such a nice vibe around the ground. Those grass banks are so unique to Centurion. And when the crowd does come out, just in case, coach, I'm ready. If you need me in University of Pretoria.
Outside quarter of the bats. Safely enough though, end of that over, 87 for 4. Lunchtime.
Around the corner from here, late at night, on one of the rainiest days of the year.
Just in case, coach, I'm ready. If you need me in University of Pretoria.
Outside quarter of the bats. Safely enough though, end of that over, 87 for 4. Lunchtime.
Desi Natural never misses a Desi moment. Authentically, Desi Natural never misses a Desi moment. Authentically Desi, deliciously Desi, always Desi. Same great taste, now with a new look. Visit DesiFreshFoods.com.
Yeah, mentioned the crowd here at Silversport Park. Mark Hayes, when you used to play here back in the Northern Transvaal, you used to get these crowds in for 4-day games. Quite a few good memories here. Does this bring back a lot for you walking in here with the crowd?
Always does. It's certainly one of my favourite grounds, that's for sure. I had a lot of fun playing at Northern Transvaal on those days. The night games, they were a lot of fun as well. Johnson again. Actually played in the very first game that was played here.
Yeah, I remember watching Mark Hazeman come out to bat as a youngster. I mean, I was young, not Hazy. Hazy's still very old.
Settle.
One of the greatest mullets you would have ever seen. Luscious blonde hair all the way down to the shoulder blades.
obviously synced their watches to the scoreboard. And so that has been a very interesting start to this first two test.
Two wickets in debut. Be really happy with that. What a venue to make a debut.
Right, so let's have a look at what has happened so far. South Africa won the toss. And there's no hesitation whatsoever in asking Pakistan to have a bat. Pakistan were going to do the same. They're going to bowl also. And 4 wickets going down for 88 runs in 24 overs. So that over rate is a little bit on the slow side. That's something South Africa need to keep an eye on because of the World Test Championship. They don't want to lose any points because of the slow over rate. But they picked up some wickets. And they're going to be pleased with those 4 going down. Let's have a look at that card as it stands at the moment. Shah Masood, 58 balls for his 17. Did all the hard work and then played the loose shot. Saim Ayub, 35 for 14, caught behind of Patterson. Babar Azam, a loose shot from him, playing away from his body. Well caught by Aiden Markham, a second slip off Patterson as well. So Patterson in the game at that stage, and Bosch picking up the 2 wickets. Salah going caught behind as well at the leg side of just 14 runs at that stage. So Pakistan won't be happy with that card because quite a few balls faced. A couple of guys will feel that they were feeling better, but then suddenly it certainly capitulated in that short space of time. 36 between the 2 openers, and now it's 32 unfinished at the moment between Rizwan and Ghulam.
It's a good morning for the South African bowlers. KJ Rabada was at his excellent best again. Hit length, beat the edge quite a few times. Jansen struggling a little bit with his length, but not leaking any runs. Patterson's been good, accurate. Yes, a little bit expensive, but they have been aggressive towards him. And Corbin Bosch, 2 wickets on debut so far for him, 2 for 24 off his 5. Very good.
Right, so that's the story at the moment. 4 wickets going for 20 runs. The problem for Pakistan and lunch on day 1. We'll take a break. We're back shortly with Rocket Motwa.